Hope you're well. I've been missing my weekly upload schedule as quite frankly my head's just been all over the place, and I'm just kind of getting to a point of coming to an understanding of what's been going wrong, just so I can plan things better. So this video is for the people with caring responsibilities. If you're a young parent, if you've got to care maybe for family members and that takes a proportion of your time, this is with some of the things I'm struggling with and still kind of struggling with, but I'm just trying to make sense about how to just juggle everything and to achieve my personal ambitions, but at the same time not let anybody else down around me that I care about. So here are my 5 things to bear in mind when you're trying to pursue sort of your business and your ideas whilst you've got care and responsibilities. The first one is planning your schedule and communicating that clearly with your family. Tick so far with me for that so far, in that my partner knows that 6 a.m. until 8 a.m. I'm working whilst my daughter is sleeping, and 3 p.m. until 5 p.m. I'm working while she's sleeping. God knows what I'm going to do when she drops that daytime nap, but that's what I'm doing at the moment. So that's consistently during the weekday, and I was doing that over the weekend, but I'll get back to that in a moment. And then I have 2 full days based on childcare of either grandparents have our little girl. I'd probably say by the time I do day-to-day things, washing, bits and bobs, etc., I've probably got about 6 hours each of those full days to work on my business. So in total, during the week, midweek only, I have about 22 hours per week to work on my business. And I was previously doing that same thing in the morning and afternoon on the weekend. So I was working every day. So that's the first thing that I'm stopping personally, but then for yourselves watching this, if you find this useful, just to really plan your time, just so you know what you're doing. The second key point is what type of work you're doing then. For me, it isn't helpful enough just to have the time, but because of the type of business that I'm running, I need to plan what I'm doing when. So the times which my daughter is sleeping, of course, I've got to do quiet work. So with that, I'm either doing, I'm doing strategic things, typing up plans, maybe I'm editing videos, maybe I'm editing audio, just having headphones on. But during this time, I'm just editing. And the times which I've got full days to work on my business, I'm doing loud things or things I just kind of want to be free and moving around. I'm recording this vlog, whilst my daughter's being looked after. She'd love to make an appearance. She loves video, but I need to crack on with some things, or whether I even need to make music which incorporates loud percussion. I do that when my daughter has sort of like childcare. So it's planning what I'm doing when. That's very, very specific to my business. And then I've mentioned briefly before, now I'll talk about the third point of planning rest. I mentioned briefly before that I did this thing over the weekends as well. I had this routine going for probably a good 6 months. I'm 9 months into being self-employed and my brain's frazzled. My brain is frazzled because I'm not switching off. And I was doing the weekends because I constantly felt like I wasn't able to do what I wanted. I wasn't able to put as much of myself into the business that I want. But I have to realize that there are responsibilities to balance. I want to enjoy and embrace those things. So just a hard reset of planning those times off. I've got myself into a morning routine, so I still wake up in those times, but then we just kind of have mental rest, I can watch some mindless stuff on YouTube or watch something on Netflix, or even just go for a walk, what I've been enjoying at the moment. So with that time, just having a mental rest just so I don't burn myself out. And then this point is just getting help where possible, I've had a few friends, if you're watching, listening to this, shout out to you. You're saving my brain and I love you for that. But just get help where possible from friends to help you out here or there with different things. Of course, you need to be respectful of your time because you're starting out, you've probably not got money, so they're doing favors. So with getting help where possible, it's about planning the specific tasks you need help with so they can crack on with that. If you're doing something new, maybe the plan isn't completely clean and completely all-encompassing, but actually think through what you want other people to help you with, just so you can get on with some other things, which I've found really, really helpful, even though it's small tasks. One of my mates is helping me out with. It's helped me out tremendously, so consider that. And with this point, this is something which I'm trying to work through but I'm not quite there yet. And the fifth point is controlling what I do day to day, because I can't control when the good things are going to happen in the future. What I mean by that is this: just focus on just the day-to-day things of just consistently working, and progress is going to look different. It's going to look up and down, and just to embrace that and just understand that I'm not in control of when things are going to build up to where I want them to be. That's probably going to be a lot longer than what I want, just because, like most people, I am impatient and I struggle with that. But just to keep building at it and chipping away at it bit by bit. And that's something which I'm telling myself. I know intellectually, but I probably don't feel completely yet. But it's something that I need to get to that place, just so I'm working in a more healthy way. And those are the 5 things in my head at the moment around if you've got caring responsibilities and just to continue pursuing your business ambitions, but in a healthy way. Hope that's been useful. I'm starting to come out the other side of my madness, so I'm going to get back to my weekly uploads, because I actually weirdly find this sort of quite fulfilling, actually, and quite, I don't know, therapeutic in a way of just talking to a camera, probably all of about 2 or 3 people actually listening to it, but currently I'm enjoying it. So I've actually missed it, and I want to get back to it. Hope this has been useful. Let me know what you think of the new sort of like setup. Well, it's not necessarily new. It's me just downstairs in a different room from the purple room. Haven't set up lighting. I think the exposure's all over the place because it's sunny outside and it's been constantly changing. But I just wanted a bit of comfort as opposed to just being sat in my sterile place with my perfect lighting and using my webcam and everything. So let me know what you think of the new setup if you're watching this. And if you're listening to it, it's probably a similar experience, but maybe slightly less background noise because the light from my fan's not going. Hope you found that useful, and I'll be back again soon.